Basically, I'm demonstrating adding some patina to some tins that we found. I think we found them at a garage sale or something, but they started out in this main metal here. And before this demo, I went ahead and dry brushed kind of a rusty, it's actually a coral salmon color. It was the darkest red I had that wasn't red, so it could give it rust. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the next coat on. So I'm doing this by dry brushing. I'm sure you can oxidize and all that kind of crazy stuff, but this is really fast and easy. And I don't want to spend a lot of time on these because it's not like I'm selling it for $100. But first thing I want to do is just put a little bit of accent, some depth. So I got a little bit of kind of gold. And I just want to touch a few spots. You don't want to be so predictable. Drag the brush, just a little bit of paint, not much. And this is totally random. If you want, you can get a smaller brush if you're putting too much, but this is just to add a little bit more age. There's so much detail on these things that you kind of want to just drag across those details a little bit. Sorry if this is out of camera, but it's just a general idea. The final color I'm going to do is teal, and we've talked about color harmony a little bit on my live videos, but red and green are complement colors, so what better way to do this than to bring it. So I'm just putting a little bit of, I don't know why anybody would just want gray tins, but I guess there's people out there that do, but I'm not putting that in my booth or trying to sell something boring. You could probably even do this in the gold color if you want to add a little bit more class or style to it. And remember, this is just an accent color, so I don't want to do too much of it. So I'll put my brush to the side, I'll clean that later. I pulled out two teal colors. One's darker, one's lighter. I'm going to see how those work. I think the one that's going to do the best is the darker, but because I'm popping in some color, I'm actually going to take that same brush and put gold on. I put some paint on the lid so I don't try and overdo it. If you feel like you got too much, maybe just off the side, dab away. And again, just a little bit of just touching it. You want to look like these have been painted a few different colors over time. You can find these things, people getting rid of these things from old buildings, or these are total reproductions. And I think we removed the sticker off the back tonight, so they didn't cost a lot. But so if you want to take something you buy to the next level, this is a cool way. We found maybe 3 foot by 3 foot square ones on the side of the road a few months ago. It would have been cool to do this. Alright, so just a little dab will do you on that. And now, I did the first color with a chip brush. So in order to cover a lot, I'm going to do that again. You don't need a lot of paint. Remember, this is dry brush, so you just kind of want to pat that on there, so just glaze it. I don't want to cover all this up, I just want to make it again look like this was maybe the last color that was painted and it totally just rusted off. The nice thing about this style is the next user can use it in their home, maybe as a pop of teal, or they want a little bit of the red. So you can see the result of that color. It's really cool, and don't be afraid to maybe Put a little extra down here and there. Wasn't sure how many people would pop in tonight, but I figured I might as well just go live anyway. See who's out there, maybe demonstrate. Hopefully this helps somebody. You could probably do with this technique. I know I've done it with dressers and candlesticks, anything that's got a little bit of detail. It comes down to what colors you choose as to how you want it to look. And I'm definitely going for the rust color here. So there's a couple there. Let me set that to the side. If you want, you could, trying to keep all my brush strokes the same way. If you want, you could actually, and I might, come back afterwards and put a dark wax on this. We'll see. Not sure. Depends on how it feels when I'm done. The fun part about this is, and I've said this in other videos, I'm not sure that you can actually really mess this up too much, because that's assuming then that age is predictable, and since age is not predictable, your brush strokes don't have to be predictable. I'm not trying to fully cover it. If you wanted to do more, you could. I would imagine since these are metal, you could even come back. If you wanted to, you could actually sand, get some of the metal to come through. But the beauty of dry brush is that you're not doing a full coverage, so you should still see some of that original metal coming through. This is great for a southwest look. I think if I antique these with a glaze or with a wax, probably with a glaze, these will be a little bit more desirable. But I think there's somebody out there who really wants some pop of color. I'll go back over this and put a top coat on it just to seal it in and to really pop these colors out. The other option is I could leave it like this and make it feel kind of dry. It's been in the desert. So earlier I probably spent 5 minutes painting the red. This live demo took just a few minutes, and I've already got a really cool patina that I think will look really great in just about any part of the room, especially if you've got a dresser or you need some color and you like that old rusted look. This is definitely not farmhouse style. This is more maybe more New Orleans, especially towards Texas, and there's plenty of people that like that style. So anyways, thought I'd have some fun, add some texture and some patina and some age to the piece, so hopefully you learned a little bit on there, but pick up something, maybe even an old mirror frame. This would really catch a lot of dry brushing, so this would be cool to do. Maybe try that later on, but I just thought I'd come on real quick, show you a few things, and so hope you have a good night, and thanks for stopping by.